And Michael, one of our guides, spotted a jack. Is that a nice jack? Barracudas have a lot of power, eh?
Yeah.
Can you see the teeth on this thing?
It's got nice teeth.
I've got 2 snapper on this one X-Wrap.
Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala Premium Fishing Gear, crafted from experience. Yamaha on the water. This is my Yamaha. What kind of Yamaha are you? Dickies, a legend in work since 1922. Lucky Strike. More fish fight with a Lucky Strike.
You know, the nice thing about being down here at the Isle of Youth in Cuba is that you can get so many different species of fish. We just came off a bonefish flat. From the time we stopped, I had a bonefish on in about 2 minutes. We went to a tarpon channel, and we just came out to an open water flat, and Michael, one of our guides, spotted a jack, and I had a spinning rod ready with 50-pound braid and a skitter walk, and I cast it out. You have to listen to the guides when you come down here because they're very good to tell you where the fish are. I cast out that skitter walk, jerked it about 5 times. You can see there's a lot of grass, eel grass, that the wind has stirred up. That skitter walk was covered with eel grass, but I was still able to chug it, and that jack came up. You know, they come up like a torpedo, poof, poof, and gone. The spinning rod that I brought down is a really nice rod that's rated for about 25-pound test mono, but I've got 50-pound braid, and that's because the braid is actually thinner diameter than the monofilament. And I've got quite a bit of braid on here. These are the same rods and reels that we were using last week in Northern Ontario, right, Barb? Yes. Fishing for those big northerns over 40 inches. So it is freshwater tackle, but it's on the heavier side. I don't know how big this jack is. He's way out there. He's probably about, he's got to be 80, 90 yards out. So he's heading towards the blowdown. I'm hoping he's going to turn in a minute. The one thing that's really important for these jacks, whether you hook them on a heavier fly rod or on a heavy spinning rod, always keep the pressure on them. They have nice hard mouths, but because they make such erratic turns, you know, they're almost like a missile that's out of control, they can throw the hooks. And I did check the sharpness of the hooks just before making my cast. So this is actually a good test to make sure that all my connections are nice and tight and that I left enough tags at the end of the knots. So I just hope he doesn't go into those trees. Come on. I'll tell you, this is like fighting a little car. This is going to be interesting to see how big he is. He's not a small jack. You know, jacks is the common name for the family of fish. Some of them are Jack trevally, horse-eye jack. Do you think this is a horse-eye jack? Tasho, is this a horse-eye jack? Horse-eye? No?
Yeah, no, it's maybe.
Maybe. You know, if you fish, if you freshwater fish, if you come down here to Cuba and you bring a good mix of spinning outfits, up to 80-pound braid for some of the big snapper. You know, they get snapper up to 100 pounds here. They're called cubera. And you get these big jacks, big snook. You can get all of these fish on flies or on spinning gear. I guess you could use bait casting too, but I prefer spinning. And it's good all year. So this guy's going to take a while. Barb, you're going to see how beautiful this fish is. He's going to grunt if I get him in, you know. So I just got to be patient. A lot of times when you try to rush a big fish, you know, you can either straighten something out or break the rod. Oh man, that fish just did a 360 all around the boat. And you know, this isn't a giant jack, We've caught jacks like off the coast in the South Pacific, Christmas Island, up to like 70, 80 pounds. They're the giant trevally jacks. This guy's still not a small fish. I'm guessing he's in the 20 to 30 pound range. You know what, when you combine the heat with fighting, I'm probably starting to get some perspiration along my back, you know. I've tried to dress really smart for this trip. So everything is cotton, no wool socks. I've got little booties. See, they're like the beach shoes. I've got cotton pants. These are actually painter pants. You see the loops there? But they're ideal. White is a good color, so you want to keep light colors on. Oh, there's another jack right beside. Oh, or is that a shark? No, that's a fish right behind him. Oh. And I thought that this guy grabbed both hooks. He has one hook in his mouth. Now you got to be careful. See what I'm doing here? I'm putting my hand up. You have to be careful that you don't go too far up because you could actually snap a rod. Barb, I'm just going to sneak down here. I don't know that he's ready yet. When I go to grab him, he's probably going to shoot off. So as a precaution, I'm letting off on the drag a little bit so that if he makes a fast run, he's not going to break the rod or the line. And I got a feeling that as soon as I touch his tail, he's going to shoot off. You can see why this composite rod is good, because it can almost, you can touch the tip to the butt. Okay, he fooled me. I thought I can get him. I guess when he lays on his side, he's going to be ready. He's not quite ready. Come on. Okay. Here, Barb. Now, one thing you got to be careful. Is that a nice jack? Right here from the Isle of Youth. Come on. Do you hear the grunting? Come on, give me some more. You know what he's saying? Let me go. I like that sound. Okay, so I'm going to just keep him suspended in the water. He wants to go. I want to let him know, though, that I know he wants to go. So I want him to have lots of energy before he actually rips out of my hand. Oh, no, he's getting harder to hold on to. Look at the fins. They're such fast fish. This time, if he wants to go, I'm going to let him go. Come on. There he goes. This is the lure. It's a very simple lure, and I'm going to just chuck it in the water so you can appreciate the action. Right over here. Okay? So when I pull it, it goes from side to side. And you see this grass that's here? The lure picked up quite a bit of that grass. But those jacks have such good eyesight that he just ripped right at it. So I have a very large snap. See how it has a ring and then just a straight part of the snap? Even if a fish like a large jack or a tarpon or a snook opens that snap because they fight very hard, that ring is like a safety ring. It catches it, okay? So there's my skitter walk. It's got rattles. You can hear the rattles. There's my 50-pound fluorocarbon with my connection. And this is the 50-pound braided line with the bimini twist. So this bimini twist enables you to have a double line. I'm just going to try to split the line with my fingernails so you can appreciate it. So where my connection is, there's two 50-pound test strands and then my 50-pound fluorocarbon. This is an excellent terminal tackle system for these big fish. You got to come down here. This is a lot of fun.
Dickie's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes.
I caught them with Daddy on a spinner and the largemouth in a canoe with Papa Chambers.
Do you fish a lot with your dad?
Yeah.
Do you like fishing with your dad?
And my sister.
We'd love to hear your fishing story. Go to our website and enter the Dickie's Sport Fishing Sweepstakes. It's free, and you could win some great prizes.